Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from Matching Pool. I hope you all like and follow Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casaver. Join us on the Shark.
Hello, I'm Jonas Soto, and join us on Sharkstream.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Sharkstream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Sharkstream.
Hey guys, I'm Feder Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shaw here. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I am John Moore. Join me on the Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Sharkstream.
Hi, my name is Georgie Georgiev, and you can join us at the Sharkstream.
Chicken calling at you from the other side. Shark 3, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Salotto is the world's premier pool community. Playing your friends has never been more fun. Raise the bar with Salotto so regular practice can become real pressure. With monthly prizes and cash payouts, Salotto brings pool to the people. You can even submit match results to Fargo Rate through Salotto if you want, but you don't have to. Your race, your place. Make your matches count with Salotto. Download now and get started. No minimum play per month. 8, 9, 10 ball. You choose. It all counts.
The Sharkstream, brought to you by Yale Billiards, Brunswick Arena. Look at that beautiful new Gold Crown 7. Tonight we're going to have a pro list match, race to 9. Number 2 on the list match is Dave Gavrish. You can see he's got a 706 Fargo rating. He's going to be playing against Mike Jackson in the number 3 spot. Getting ready to lag right now. I think Mike was warming up for a little while. Dave just walked in the door and he's won the lag. But I got to tell you guys, I was playing on it. I played a couple sets around 3 o'clock when we opened up today with my buddy James, and oof, these tables are super slippery and super fast. So it's going to be an interesting set tonight. As you guys all well know, that our table 8 right in front of you right there has 4-inch pockets. So slippery, brand new Simonis Cloth, brand new Centennial Brunswick balls, brand new table. Going to be a lot of adjusting to do, I think, but we'll see how these guys handle it. As always, if you're listening to me on the Sharkstream, do me a favor, go hit that like button, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, check us out on sharkstreamtv.com, of course. But, should be a good match. These guys have battled many times. I've covered them at least a half a dozen times over the last year or so. And I really have no prediction. Mike's a very strong player, as is Dave. Could go either way, folks. I'd love to see some predictions in the comments section if you guys have an idea. First break for Dave Gavrish on table 8. A new table 8. Look how far those balls just travel. Damn near made the 8 ball in the corner, or the 9 ball in the corner. The 8 wasn't in the way. You guys missed it. This is the the Brunswick Arena right there. See all those beautiful gold crown 7s? Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena right there on the big TV behind table 8. Lucas Fracasso Werner observing from the lounge. A couple other familiar faces out there. Sure where Dave went, but this is, I mean, the place looks great. Brand new paint, brand new carpet, 8 brand new gold crown 7s. Can take a while to get used to, but they're definitely very good playing. Cheryl Gavrish, for some reason, predicts that Dave will win. Can't imagine why. There are rack holders, Dave. There's it's right in the same spot, but instead of a little wire that the rack hung in, now it's a shelf. It just goes right in under the ball return. See if I can get you guys a better look at it. Be able to see it from this camera. Nope, too low. Feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more misses than usual, though. A little bit of timidity, I guess that's a word. So that's how I was playing. I was playing almost nothing but center ball, and I was sliding all over the place. Doesn't seem to be having any issues so far. Look at this 3-9 setup. Oh, it's going to roll on him. I don't know if he's got the look. He sure does. All right, so that'll take Dave up 1-0. Yeah, here's the thing. Big Nomad 6744. The not rated Fargo player, I would put him somewhere between 650 and 700 himself. Actively teaches down here, and very, very strong player. He just doesn't play tournaments or leagues that are Fargo rated. You know, that's funny, actually. I'm looking at some of the comments, and thanks everybody for participating. And hey, Roddy, UK, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, that's the thing. So the one of the guys down here that I've known for 35 years has he entered a Fargo rated tournament, but it was an odd Fargo rated tournament. It wasn't supposed to be Fargo rated, but because he went undefeated, he now has the highest Fargo rating in the world. Fargo has him at 940. He had never been Fargo rated before, so that always makes me laugh. His name's John Yale. I don't know if you can still look it up or if they pulled the record, but for a while there, I have a screenshot of John Yale as 940, just absolutely obliterating Josh Filler by 80 points. Fargo can be strange. All right, so the 8-ball sinks. Like, I'm gonna try and get that template out from under the 9. Brand new cloth, brand new lines for match room, foot rail. Just so gorgeous, these tables. And they play so nice. Love the new pockets. You can see right there on your screen. They're perfectly flush. They're not extruded like they were on the Gold Crown 3s. Cloth is brand spanking new. There's our local champion, Brian, Flying Brian Merrick, in the comments section said he'd play the 9 there. Well, no kidding, Brian. Little look at this 1-9 situation. He's got the outside of the 1. He can pocket it. But the cue ball is going to dive right after that 9 and 5 ball. Oh, he went for the pop. Didn't get it. So to answer the questions in the comments section, Jose, we have all new 8 brand new Gold Crown 7s. They were set up in the front room over the last 5 days. We have brand new Brunswick Centennial Balls. So we're not using the tournament blacks anymore that we were using for a long, long time. Nice little kick bank shot there from Dave, it looks like. Funny, my mom just texted me, we have to reshoot the intro now because the intro has all the gold crown threes that we had for 34 years, 33, something like that. And now that we have these beautiful new tables, we'll have to do the commercial over again. I agree. I think we should do it again. Up with a brand new footage. Maybe even get me on one of the tables. Oh, wow. Stayed up. These balls travel now. I tell you, they're so fast. That brand new Simonis 860 HD or HR. Tournament blue cloth. I mean, the Pro Fitment Billiards installed them for us over the last few days. Cliff Dubé, I believe his name is. And he stretches the heck out of this cloth. So it plays so fast. I don't know if he was going for the double bank shot there on the 9, but certainly came close. Gonna take me a few minutes to get used to the new balls, though. I gotta be honest. After using the tournament blacks on the Sharkstream for so long, the pink ball is 4 and the purple ball is 5. We're back to standard ball colors: the purple 4 and the orange 5. Nice shot there from Mike. Roddy, you aren't kidding. It's those are the exact words I use to describe it. People come in and it's like, how the new table's playing? I'm like, slippery and fast. It plays like a hockey rink. Yes. Mike's gonna tie it up here. He's in great shape. Oh no! Commentator curse strikes again. I mean, when I say slick or slippery, it's wild because I tried playing just the standard 3-rail shot, and your typical corner, second dot, the center dot, to this dot, and then back to here. And I swear, it was hitting it was hitting here, and then here, and then deflecting all the way up here. That's how slippery the rails are right now. All right, Mike ties it up. Didn't quite curse him that time. But I mean, it's pretty wild, man. It's seeing all these tables. I'll give you the reverse view, actually. See, there's all the brand new Gold Crown 7s. We have our league night tonight, so we got a lot of people here trying them out. But they are so gorgeous. New paint, new carpet, new tables. Yeah, so the side pockets, but it's like this. All the corners on the table 8 that we're watching right now are all 4 inches. You can actually see on your screen how much the rails encroach on the side pockets. Those are 4.5 inches. So you can put 2 balls side by side in there, but they will not drop. Tough scratch there. He had 3 balls down. That's going to give Dave a huge ball in hand. Trucker 86, we are at Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena, and it's in Wallingford, Connecticut. It's about halfway between New York City and Boston, Mass. Roddy, you're preaching, man. I tell you, I'm not a bad player. Some people would argue, but I can usually get positioned to within about a $50 of what I'm trying to do when I'm playing. And when I started playing this morning or this afternoon, I would try for a stop shot, just a simple stop shot, and it would draw back 4 or 5 inches. It just the cue just wants to move. You're right. You have to reduce your stroke. I had to. It took me about an hour to get tweaked back into the actual proper settings. Yeah. So the corners are all 4 inches. The sides would be 4.5 inches. The rest of the tables that we have here on at Yale Billiards, they're 4.5 inch corners and 5 inch sides. That's pretty standard. Tables just look so nice and modern now. I mean, we had the nice gold crown threes for many years. Bobby bought 16 of them when he first opened Yale Billiards, and they treated us well for many, many, many years. 31, well maintained. We've seen a couple of them already set up in other people's homes because they bought them. Like Marino moved them and and installed them. So we see a lot of happy people out there with the legacy Yale Billiards tables. But I gotta say, man, I'm super excited to see these new guys. Can't wait till we get the rest of the room done. Mike, oh, those tight corners. Roddy, you are not lying. See, here's the thing. When I have, you know, I've been playing for 30 years. I got a pretty decent stroke. I can do a full table length draw from corner to corner if I had to, if I needed to. I can put that kind of stroke on a ball. But as we were playing, or as I was playing, I should say earlier, I would get that full table draw unintentionally. I just wanted to bring it back to the middle of the table, let's say. So maybe a 3 foot, 4 foot draw. On this cloth today, I was that same exact stroke that worked yesterday. All of a sudden is bringing it back 6, 7, sometimes 8 feet. It makes me look like I'm, overstroking. It's wild. But hopefully the cloth will calm down a little bit over the coming weeks, and I'll be able to get back to my usual stroke. But for right now, it is absolutely blazing fast. And just watching that 7 ball settle. Ordinarily, I would have stopped where the 2 ball was. But a nice wide open spread here for Dave Gavrish. Got a nice straight look at the 1. Probably wants a little more angle than that, but even if he just plays a little stopper, he'll be in good shape to get to the 2 and the 3. And even that probably was intended to be a stop shot. I don't think he wanted that 2-inch, 3-inch draw. A little fat, but a decent safety nonetheless. I'd have played that. I don't say 2 ways, but he got the look. We just got over 100 people watching, so thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's great to see such participation. It's free pool, as Mike DeMarcos would say. He was here yesterday doing our premiere match against it was Lucas Picasso Werner and Ashley Benoit. They played 3 sets last night. They were really put in some work. Ashley ended up winning 2 sets to Lucas's 1 set, but she also was getting 8 games on the wire in a race to 15. Does seem to be the question. July Zerg. Yeah, these are 4-inch pockets in the corners and 4.5 inches in the side. Curious what we're gonna do here. A little on the fence. Does he try for the 5 in the side? The 7 might be in the way. 5 in the corner, possible. 5-9 combo, flying Brian style. Unlikely, but possible. 5 in the corner. Called it. Yeah, if you look at the actual pockets, if you from this camera, you can see it especially. Just look how much the rails encroach on the actual drop part of the table. Looking sharp so far. Is he gonna get stuck? No, he's not. Oh, you can actually see if Dave's still watching. See on table 3, not when Mike's standing there. That's where the rack goes. You can see it on this table as well. So it's right under the ball returns. All right, Mike ties it up 2-2. Nice shot, Mike. Those that are wondering, let me tell you a little bit about Yale Billiards. Yeah, you saw the wood grain gold crown 3s in that particular spot. My mom is right. We're gonna have to reshoot it. Take advantage of the beautiful the entire room, basically. Brunswick. Tied 2-2. Mike Jackson, rack number 5. Didn't quite get there, or one on the side rather. Looking dry, but not great for Dave. Seems like a strong probability of a push here. Take a look. Yeah, he's stuck to that 4 ball pretty good. Oh, Roddy, that's a good point. I forgot to mention that. So since they are brand new gold crown 7s, obviously there's brand new rubber in those rails, and they are lively. I mean, if you pop it into the rail, I mean, my angles are all off today. I mean, I'm no pro, I'm no 700, I'm no nothing. You know, I'm I'm an okay player, but I was, shots that I would be making in my sleep, bank shots particularly, I was off by 3 inches. So getting used to the new peppy rails, that's also a thing. Just a little pushy push. I think he's going to get this one back. I'm pretty sure he's going to get this one back. He saved himself pretty hard. That's what I mean. The rails react different. The ball travels more, and it definitely, any kind of English is doubled. So I don't think that's what his intention there was for that safe. I think he wanted to push to a jump maybe. But right now he's stuck himself pretty hard. What a hit. What? Watch this kick shot. Goes deep into the corner. Ricochet is out off 2 points and then knocks the one down. That was sick. I use the same line I always use when I play pool. Well, how else do you get position on that shot? Great shot, Dave. And now for your next trick. Got the jump cue. I'm wondering if this is his plan. I saw Federer do this once. Kick to the or jump to the rail and play the kick shot. what he's got in mind. Straight at it and knocked it right off. That's the risk on trying to land so close to the rail. Ball takes another hop. Hasta la vista. It always makes me nervous when these guys are playing jump shots like that, because look, you got this big, giant TV over here. There's nothing protecting it, so it makes me nervous. Off to the races. Mike's got a pretty good lineup here. I think he's a little off angle for the 5-ball. He might rail it off the top. Gonna one rail it off the right. Nice shot. Hey Max, I don't, Mike says I would have thought there'd be a big piece of tempered glass in front of that screen. I agree. But did push the wall back about 8 inches. So it's a little further away from the table than it was. And it is embedded in the wall. So you would have to really crank it to get it all the way to the TV, but I just feel like it's going to happen sooner or later. I would have put some tempered glass or plexi. Dave is asking if I know what kind of a cue Mike has. Tell you what, Dave, I'll go ask him in the break between racks. Sharp so far. It looks like he's got a keelwood shaft on it. Don't know the maker of the cue though. Like I said, I'll go take a walk in a second and ask him. Speed, great speed. Will Ailey. I thought of actually starting a pool, but I don't want to be that guy. But I agree. If you did start a pool, I think I would participate. All right, so Mike just got game number 3. I'm gonna go ask him what the kind of cue that is. Give me 1 second. You guys are gonna laugh. You saw me over there talking to Mike for a minute there, I'm sure, but it's a Conlon cue he got off Amazon for $250. It's a Chinese cue, and on the front he's got a beech keelwood shaft. So he said it's a temporary cue. He's having one built, but he's playing that is exactly what he told me. Conlon butt, beech shaft, and it's basically just a cheap cue. It is a beautiful, actually a very pretty cue. But when he said it's Conlon, I got it off Amazon for $250. I did not expect that answer. That beech keelwood shaft on, he said, I don't care, it hits great. And I always say that to especially players that are looking to get into the game. They want to buy a cue. They're looking at $1,000 cue, and I'm like, that's a lot of wood in your hands for someone who doesn't really play. Start with something a little bit more basic. You know, the only things that really matter, I guess, this is my opinion. It's not cosmetics. You know, you can play with I started off with a McDermott D4, and it was basically a nylon wrap around a piece of maple shaft or a piece of maple. But all that matters is is the cue straight and what kind of tip you got. Tip in good shape, that's all that matters. So a broomstick with a good tip on it, still a viable cue. He thinned it. And he scratched. Oh, no, he didn't. He stuck him on the point. Ouch. That's dirty. Look how deep that cue is in the pocket. That's crazy pants. I can't believe that didn't fall down. Yeah, the shaft is definitely key. So high flex, low flex. You know, it's like golf clubs. You know, that makes a big difference in terms of how you feel when you hit. But the butt, it's just for prettiness. I know a guy that plays super well down here. You've heard him in the booth with me, Joe Antoniani. He plays with a Drexler Sneaky Peek. Or not Drexler, Duffrin. And he says that's what he likes. Oh yeah, I kind of with that kind of decoration on that cue, I thought for sure it was a more high end cue, but is what it is. I'll stick to my old 1998 Predator. Thank you very much. That's the hit I know, so that's the hit I choose. Seeing a little masse here. Oh, he went for the hop. Didn't quite get there. Oop. I think about a week or two ago, Bobby had a post on, I don't know if it was the Shark Stream or if it was his personal account, but it was show us your cues. And wow, there are so many different kinds of cues and different kinds of designs. It's pretty wild. Run up for the 7-ball. Yeah, I play with a Predator LE6 1998, and it has I guess it's weird. It came with a 314, an original 314 shaft, but unfortunately the shaft got destroyed in some home calamity. But Paul Drexler was able to recreate an original 314 shaft for me. The Predator 314 shaft, that is actually factory stock from the 90s, but it has it has a half-inch ferrule on it instead of the typical 1-inch ferrules. And Mike taking it to town here. 4-2. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Do me a favor, just make sure you hit like, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Sharkstream TV. Follow us on Facebook if you want to be notified, and subscribe on YouTube. Bringing you lots more action on these Gold Crown 7s in the coming weeks. Probably not tomorrow, but certainly into 2026. We're going to have a lot more coverage. These tables are quite rare, so I hope you guys are enjoying this show. Battles a 6, makes the 1 on the side. Let's take a look. Okay, we got the 2 right in the middle of the table, the 5 kind of close to the cue. Plausible 2 in the side shot, maybe. I agree. Mike's definitely, you know, he adjusted, but he was here about an hour early, so wisely he got here and decided to try and figure out the new tables. I think he's a little bit more dialed in than Dave is so far. Just a little fat. Now Dave's got a huge layout here. I mean, there's every ball has a pocket. They're spread out nice. Just got to get to work. Eight ball to keep the cue in position. Nicely done. Let it stroke out a little here, I think. Work. A little more cautious than I've seen him play. I think maybe he's just sort of giving some respect to the new cloth and the new table. Because in general, he would have played that probably at least another rail. Solid so far. Had to go across the eight ball. Now he's on the wrong side. They're just gonna roll it to the bottom rail. He's gonna have to move it around 3 rails. Looking at it, the cue ball is gonna want to stay on the right side of the table. Guys missed it yesterday. Like I said, we had Ashley Benoit playing against Lucas Fracasso Werner. Race was Lucas 15, Ashley 7. So, but the first set went hill. If you haven't seen it, I won't tell you the result. Second set and third set, yeah, they were all very good matches. Mike DeMarco from Ship the Cash, big thanks for coming out and doing a little commentary with us. Oh, he tried to rifle it in there. And normally, he's exceptional at doing exactly that, but it kind of caught the point, and now it's going to be Mike's pretty. I never say easy on this table, but pretty simple. You can pause. He also overcut it. Wow. Big break here for Dave. Dave puts it away. Big break for Dave. See how the night goes, but I did see Lucas out there. He was playing on the table before the fellas got here to do the list match. Chances are he'll be here after the match. If maybe I'll see if I can talk him into doing a little ghost action. Table 8. Usually pretty well up for that, but I know there are a lot of people waiting to play on these tables, so who knows? Here at 3 o'clock, and the parking lot was damn near full. So, and we open at 3 o'clock. Fortunately, the guy I play with most days, he's kind of a big deal around here, so we were able to actually reserve one of the tables, and we got to play on it for a couple hours. A lot of fun. Pretty nice shot. He got the speed. Look at it run. That's what I mean, man. The touch is tough. The rail? Yes, he did. Nice safety. Table looks great, but I'm not a fan of the signage on the long rails. Well, you look at like Diamonds and some Rassens and a couple of the other ones that I've seen on other live broadcasts of pool. That's just kind of the trend. You could probably get them plain Jane, but when you call yourself the Brunswick Arena and you get the 16 gold crown sevens right off the factory, right out of the factory, we're gonna go ahead and show off a little. You guys should have seen, man. We're gonna release a time lapse soon on the Shark Stream, showing the destruction. I guess no, what's the word I'm looking for? Dismantling. Dismantling is the word I'm looking for of the Gold Crowns threes, and also the forklifts that had to be used to get all the stuff in here. And then, of course, Pro Fitment Billiard Solutions, Cliff Dubay, is as he assembled everything. The amount of cardboard and styrofoam, and packing materials, and everything else was staggering. So good, so much stuff. I mean, the dumpster. He must have had to get the dumpster picked up like daily for 5 days. No, it's a modern look, guys. I mean, what can I say? It's when you see the diamonds on TV, I mean, they have the exact same sized logo on there. They want to make sure everybody knows this is a Brunswick table. It was wild being like I said, we're going to release the time lapse of the transformation of the Brunswick arena here. But you'll see that when the before the slate goes on, one of the bigger engineering changes they did was on the Gold Crown threes. The three pockets on the left and the three pockets on the right all shared a ball return. So like the rails underneath, they would all just channel down, and then towards the bottom of the table, the foot spot of the table, they would come together in the ball return. The drawer, shelf, whatever you want to call it. Now they all basically have their own ball returns. They go to a common feeder, and in the center, and they all just basically move to the center of the ball and then just come down to the shelf. So that's a little it doesn't mean anything. It's just an interesting approach. Mike Jackson is shooting lights out right now. He's got Dave says nope, don't bother. So we're gonna give Mike another point, and I'll sort of try to doodle what I mean. So forgive my crudeness. So in the center, there's a channel underneath the table, something like this. Then you have the ball returns for the corners. There's little rails that go here, similar, this. And the centers go straight into the center. Same thing for these guys, like this. Then the drawer is like right in this area. So it's a lot quieter, but the pockets themselves, they are so much louder than the pockets we used to have. I don't know, it's because they're 31-year-old pockets, but when a ball goes in with authority, you hear it. It's like kerpow. It's a satisfying feeling when you hear that clang when the ball hits the back of the pocket. So I do like that it sounds that way now. It's just the little things like that, you know. Thanks for the compliment, Jeremy. The only reason I know that because being brand new constructed tables, you know, there's going to be little glitches here and there. And a couple of our balls disappeared when I was playing on table one, and I went to go. Normally, you just got to dip down and just look under the long rails to find the balls. But now, because the center feeder system is there, you have to really get under the table like a mechanic getting under a car and sort of feel around for where the balls went. It's for an old fart like me, it made getting up a little tougher, that's for sure, but I found the problem. Oh, wow. Damn near made that kick shot in the side. No, not a gimme. 7 balls a little bit in the way, I think, depending on what kind of spin he uses. To be able to just use a little natural follow. Ooh, another thin one. I don't know enough about diamond tables if they copied diamond. I know we have 2 here, but I never actually had to get underneath one to see how it worked. But if that's the case, then yeah, I guess they did. I do like the black mat though. Sometimes the rails would be a little shiny. You have that big bright Littman light sitting over the top of the table. You get down and there could actually be a glare coming at you. So the matte finish is absolutely a good choice. I think it's a great choice. Oh, look at that. Yeah, and when you just walk in the room, you see the new paint, you see the new tables and everything. It's actually quite breathtaking. I mean, it looks so modern. Oh, tough miss for Dave. Now every ball is right hanging by the pocket. This should be tic-tac-toe for Mike Jackson. Look how far that ball traveled. I guarantee you he did not want to be on this rail. It just jumped off the rail. And like I said, bouncy rails, smooth cloth, overruns are going to be very common. Oh, he tried to fire it and just rattled out. Another big opportunity for Dave to get back in the hunt. I kind of expected to see a lot of that tonight, by the way. I said it in the beginning of the broadcast. Getting used to these new tables and new pocket designs, brand new cloth. You're going to have to take it down a notch and just sort of be, not, I wouldn't say gentle, but yeah. Oh, that I didn't expect. Look how far the cue traveled again. I bet you wanted to be on the center of the table or the foot spot. Gimme for Mike. Pops it right in there. 3 Mike right now. Yep. Oh, you chat revoked. You are not wrong. Aiming for the middle is a requirement on this table just because of the tighter pockets, 4-inch pockets. Woof. Center pocket is your only choice. Cheating is not an option. Advertising TV there, Aramith, Sharkstream, Boom and Freezer. To make sure you check out Boom and Freezer. Some great guests coming up, including Shane Van Boning himself, who almost never does interviews. Julian Venom, I guess he goes by Venom. I can't think of his last name. I'm sorry. We got who else we did? We've done. Bustamante is out there right now. Look at that, another 3-ball break. Take a look at that again. Pockets, one side pocket. Fortunately, the 5's kind of blocking the 3 off a little bit here. Otherwise, he would have probably been able to do a little BNR action here. Playing the short rail safety play. You gonna get any love from this 9-ball? Not. Still open, but not easy. Safety right back. Looks like Dave's gonna put him in a tough spot. Definitely a one-rail kick available, but where to hide, really? Ooh, rail did not get him good. Oh, and he sank the 5 anyway. Here's the thing: when we got a brand new table that you haven't played on for hours and hours and hours, you don't know how the banks are going to react. And like as I was telling everybody earlier in the broadcast, when I was trying a couple of bank shots, I made about I made a good number of them, but at the end of the day, what I thought would bounce, just because the rubber's so much livelier, I was shorting my banks at least 2 or 3 inches before I got sort of a feel for it anyway. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of bank shots in this game. Execution there. Little tap in, little roll forward. That Dave gets to 4. Nice shot, Dave. Where is this room located? So we are in Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena. That's located in Wallingford, Connecticut, about halfway between New York City and Boston, Massachusetts. South Central Connecticut. Got a lot of people coming. We have people traveling from all over the country to come play here. Not just because it's world famous, of course, Yale Billiards, but also because we have the first Gold Crown 7. So we actually had a couple people asking about hotels. They're gonna, some are flying, some are driving. They want to come here and play that bad. So that's pretty awesome. Beautiful break there from Dave. 8-ball drains, cue ball out in the open with the 1-ball set up pretty good. Sure where that 2 is gonna go though. That's the key ball right there, that 2-ball. He's gonna come all the way around. Oh no, he's gonna see. There's the overrun. Slick cloth, man, slick cloth. I believe he was trying to get to here. Try to cut this guy in over this way. Still a really tough shot. No. Did that stay on the table and he crapped the 9. So he goes over. It looked like it went off the table. Oh no, it hit the rail. So list rules. Because he did pocket a ball legally, he stays on the table, but the 9 gets spotted. You have to call the 9 to win the game. Understanding is that it is okay. Hang on. So he made the 9 legally. He's got the option to stay. Or actually, he stays. I'm pretty sure he stays. Yes. Rules question. I hope I have the right answer. Yeah. So what I was just saying is because he did legally pocket a ball, that means that he can stay at the table, and the 9 ball comes back up. So that's what Mike was just asking me. All right, Peter, that is a great point. So, Pat Gaudio just backed me up. So I thought for sure Dave stayed on the table, but he got me thinking when he said option. Anyway, observation that someone should put a stip meter on the playing surface. I think they may have put 3 cushion cloth on this table. So it was put in by Pro Fitment Billiard Solutions. The fellow's name is the table mechanic's name is Cliff Dubé. He specializes in He specializes in 3 cushion tables, and he actually invented a machine of sorts that stretches the cloth even more. And so yes, they start playing like 3 cushion tables. That's how fast this cloth is right now. Okay. Hi. Two 6 combo, man, that's my kryptonite right there. I would never have thought to do that. I can't do combos. Everybody knows this down here, and probably a bunch of you on the Shark Stream know it as well. Oh, what a carom shot! Fired it, and now it's just gonna find the one spot on the table he didn't want it to land. Asking you shall receive. That's the predicament Mike's in right now. Buried behind the 3, cue ball all the way in the middle of the table. It's going to be hard to reach. Even from that angle, 4.5-inch side pockets are super tight. I jumped on that one. Even if the pockets were 6 inches wide, I don't think that had a chance. Dave's got to look. He might just have the automatic safety here. I wouldn't even try. Yeah, look at that automatic safety. Just lay it right up next to the 3-ball. Get yourself some ball in hand. Kind of what I mean by the bouncy rails. All the mathematics you have in your head with the diamonds and everything, they just turn out to be a little different. That's going to get ball in hand over to Dave Gavrish. Like I said, I couldn't even make a 3-rail cushion. It took me like 6 tries, and I had to move up an entire dot on the diamonds just to get it close. So the rails definitely play different. The tables need to calm down a little bit. I guess that's the moral of that story. Great shot there from Dave Gavrish. Around 3 rails, great position on the 4. Just the right amount of spin to get over to the middle of the table. I bet he drags this down to the bottom rail. He might go forward. He did. Nice shot. All right, so Dave brings it up to 6-5. Mike, sure, I can do that for you. So that is the rest of the room. All the beautiful gold crown 7s being used by all of our league players. I got to readjust my presets. Somebody must have whacked my camera. Here's the reverse tournament wall, the booth on the right-hand side. You can see the sponsors board right there next to table 8. See the scoreboard, obviously. Same Yale Billiards, you know. Morven, yes, we are the Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena now. We've always had Brunswick tables here, but made a good deal with Brunswick. So we're replacing all 16, or actually all 18 of our tables over the coming months. We did these 8, and in the coming months we'll be doing the other 10. So yeah, we are a Gold Crown club. You bet, Mike. Wow. Dave letting the stroke out. Full table draw. Um, yeah, no, the room is absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait for the other 8 tables or 10 tables to get here. I don't know if they look more like Predator than Diamond. It seems to me like the designs are all kind of similar in terms of cosmetics, but I grew up on Gold Crowns. From the day I played on a Gold Crown ones when I was playing at Cue Stick Billiards in Meriden. All I've ever really played on, for the most part, other than like tournaments and stuff, has always been Gold Crown. Nice little touch shot there from Mike. I gotta change the colors on this a little bit so the 4 stands out a little bit more from the 2. Play with that offline, of course. Charles, there's a funny story about that. I don't know if it's funny to you, but funny to me. We have the digital pool all table streaming access here. You can see the link on the bottom corner of your screen, Sharkstream TV, which means all 18 tables have cameras on them. We also have on this table, table 8, and its next door neighbor, table 4, have installed long angle cameras, wide angle, and overhead. We have both sides of the table basically covered. The cameras that are on the ceiling that digital pool installed. One day I came into the building and I was checking the booth and doing my normal stuff, and I noticed that one of the cameras, table 4 specifically, was pointed straight at the ceiling. I'm like, what the heck? It's not even aimed at the TV at the table anymore. The system was just installed like a month prior, so I texted Zach Goldsmith over at he's the installer of the system. I said, hey, what's going on? About 10 minutes later, he sends me a video clip, and turns out Bobby's cleaning crew, he's got cleaners that come in, got to keep the place beautiful, What Zach sent me was a video of a feather duster just absolutely smashing this camera. And then the camera was pointed at the ceiling. So I've been threatening for a while to get back up on the table. So I think we've had an adjustment. I have to get back up on the tables, do a little adjustment to the cameras. So the wide angle and the other camera, this guy here, they're all fine. But the digital pool camera definitely took a whack somewhere along the line, because it should be actually aimed a little bit lower so you can see the logo. So that's on me. I gotta get my fat butt up on top of these tables, or get a ladder so I can actually tweak them a little bit. Oh, can you imagine if somebody hit the jump shot? And no, these cameras are mounted. Well, you can sort of see for yourself. Oh, you can't see it in that angle. I'll bring it up. Give me 1 second. Show you after the break. 2 balls down, 1 ball hiding. I'll show you what I mean. See the little globes up on the top of your screen here? For the digital pool cameras. See another one over here. This is the one for table 4, and so on. So they just sit there and they're right up on the ceiling. If you hit one of those with a jump shot, Bobby would have words. That's all I'm gonna say. Lisa probably too. I don't think he'd be playing at Yale Billiards much longer if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Little push out shot there from Dave. Gonna leave. I don't think the one has access to the side pocket. Not sure, but I don't think. William, yeah, I agree. They do look great. Happy New Year right back at you. And anybody out there, if you want to come down to Yale Billiards, it's easy to find. What a shot. I didn't even see that bank shot. I thought, he's not going to be able to play on the side. So he just said, to heck with it. I'll put it right in the middle of the corner pocket and get position. Same shooter. Yep, not happy. Makes that shot, that beautiful bank shot, and missed the straight in one. Straight in ones are the toughest, I swear. But he did get a little fortunate on the lead. He looked like it took a little hop there. I don't know if he was playing a full straight jumper. Another fortunate leave. The ball plopped right in the middle. Another miss, and I'm telling you, man, you've been playing on the same rails for years. Along comes a Gold Crown 7 with brand new bouncy rails. Those kick shots get a whole lot harder. Table rates. Good question. I don't know if Bobby's changing his pricing schedule, but prior to the Gold Crown 7s, they were $6.50 an hour per person. And so if you had 4 players, it would be like $26 an hour. But I know he just put out some new rules regarding open tables and table time, but I didn't actually read them. So I would imagine they're still in the ballpark of $6.50 to $7.50 an hour per person. Looking pretty solid right now. Straight in 6-ball shot. A little bit of draw for the 7. Or a lot of draw for the 7. Oh man, like everything I said, guys, these tables are moving. Nice shot, Mike. That is not an easy thing to do. Keep it nice and straight and drain it in a 4-inch pocket from 9 feet away. Oh no! Oh wow! I thought he hit the left point and was going to leave it, but that's going to put Mike at 7, I believe. Double check. 6-7 according to the flippers. Still a tight race, and as everybody knows that's ever watched me doing commentary on the Shark Stream, it's going to go hill. Can we just fast forward? But no, these guys are playing great pool, so I'm happy to sit here and bring you guys a free pool stream for the night. Yeah, Roddy, you're not kidding. I believe these tables retail for $12,500 per table. If you do the math, 16 Gold Crown 7s and 2 more 7-footers. Not cheap. Oh, look at that 3-ball ruining the party. Put it this way, Roddy, you're close. But I just opened up a calculator and I typed in 12.5 times 16. That's 200. So 200K. Retail price. Oh, Dave. Dude. Well, the tables are slick, but that was a gimme. Look at him coming right back through the same window. That's impressive, actually. I'm not going to lie. Mike looking sharp so far. Got to stop it right there. Yep. Center pocket. That's what you need. Looking good for this 5-ball. Oh, no, we pushed it into the rail. That's never going to drop. Yikes. Slide, the slippery. Big 5-ball there. Wow. All right. Try and tap it in and stay for the 7, or is he going to try and drag it around? I wonder. Oh, look at that. That thing turned like a banana, but he got it again. I bet you he was trying to get to side position. But he got the corner anyway. Oh, no. Tables are just saying, all right, go ahead. Smash them hard. See what happens. I was pretty surprised when Bobby agreed to replace all the tables. I'm like, dude, you've been working on this pool hall for 30, what do I think, 19, and do math. That's 31 years. So 31 plus years he's had these tables, and they are all meticulously maintained. And I think he still has 6 for sale, but the other 10 he already sold. And doing more math. Wow, you really invested that much in the business? You know what? Good for you, dude. This is the spot to play. So never say that Bobby didn't keep the business running smooth, let's say. Oh, what a tough break for Mike Jackson right there. Cue balls are the pockets are always tight, but the cue ball always finds a way. Um, Michigan Mike, good question. I think I might have mentioned it a little bit earlier. I know he's here. He played 3 sets with Ashley Benoit yesterday on the stream. But once these guys are done with this set, I have little doubt that Lucas will be on this table. I just don't know if he's willing to get on the stream or if he's willing to. Maybe I can talk him into playing the Ghost. Or maybe somebody's out there that wants to play. Who knows? All right, looks like Dave just tied it up. I think I saw Pete Cawley out there too. Yeah. Lucas. Yeah, Pete's out there. Oh, Jack Frost is here. So there's a good chance he might be on the stream later. We'll see. Roddy, it's interesting because we did the McDermott Open tournament here last April 1st or 3rd, something like that. And we put on brand new cloths for that tournament. I think before, when would I consider the cloths like worn in and ready? Because they did the tournament with brand new cloths. I'm going to say 3 to 4 weeks before they started really calming down a little bit. For the slide game, a little bit better. But then again, it was summertime. There was different levels of humidity. There's different temperatures. So my best guess would be like 3 to 6 weeks before they feel like they felt. Peter's wondering if the old tables had HR cloth. Yes, they did. It's a Simonis Tournament Blue HR 860, I want to say. Making a plan here. What do we got to do with this 5 and 6? That's the problem. 5 and 6 are both lying pretty terrible. Setting up for the bank shot, it looks like. He's going to have to do 2 in a row if he wants to get through this rack. That he's got pretty much 0 experience banking on these new tables so far. Know that because we've only had them for 24 hours. Last night I was here. A couple of the other guys, you all know, obviously, Ashley and Lucas were here. Buddy Joe, who sometimes does broadcasts with me, he's in the back room playing with Wayne Harriman, another one of our sponsors. It was at the time all the the winners of the table at the time. The only table that was fully assembled was table 8. This is last night around midnight. All the other ones had, the aprons were assembled but not dropped onto the tables. They just weren't ready. So we were figuring that today, this afternoon around 3 o'clock when the pool hall opened, that'd be the first opportunity to play on them. So Joe says to me, Brian, I'll bet you that I get to be the first shooter on table 1. I looked at him and I said, I don't think so. I'm gonna be here to play on him. He's like, I'll get here at 2:30 if I have to. I was like, we just started going back and forth, and I posted a video on Facebook. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you can see it. But the video goes something like this. Cliff Dubé is putting the aprons onto the tables, but he's not actually bolting them in yet. The pockets aren't installed. Nice little attempted carom there, but look at the safety play. So the aprons are on top, are laying on the tables where they're supposed to be, but they're just not screwed in yet, or the nuts haven't been installed. I go over to Cliff and I said, "Hey man, I got a quick question for you." What's up? It wouldn't harm anything if I just grabbed a couple of balls and tapped one in on table 1 right now, right? Because yeah, just don't, the pockets aren't in those. It's going to go straight through to the floor. I said, don't worry about it. I won't hit it that hard. So I go over to the front counter. Oh, another rail miss shot and the breakout. That's not going to be good for Mike. So I go over to the front desk. I grab a couple of balls. I put them on table 1. I yell across the room, "Hey, Joe!" And I tap in the one ball into the corner. So I won the bet. And I can't use the words Joe used, Sharkstream, but I'll let you guys imagine what his response to me getting the first shot on table 1 was. You do follow me on Facebook. The video's out there. You can watch it yourself and get a giggle. That big mistake cost Dave the hill, or not cost Dave, cost Mike the hill. I have, I started talking again. Stop doing that. I almost jinxed him, but yikes. There's my guy, Joe, in the comments section saying, "Hate you." I have had so much fun with that video showing it people today. It's just endless entertainment. I had a feeling that was coming. Had a real steep angle and a long stretch. Tough break. I can convert. Oh, drops it in for the hill. So now Mike goes to the hill instead. Mike needs 1. Dave needs 2. We know it's going hell. So why don't we just mark it up 8-8 and be done with it? I guess we're going to make Dave earn it. All of our local sponsors, as well as Brunswick, of course, Aramith, Simonis, Taom. Here we go, rack number 16. Side ball, corner ball. A 4-ball break. Are you kidding me? Thank goodness. 2-ball on the middle of the table. He's got a little weird with the 2-ball, but other than that, this is a pretty nice layout. I mean, nailed 4 balls on a snap. He's got a 5-ball run for the win here. Ball is going to be important. He may just go conservative because Dave is no slouch, man. He may go for the safety play, try to stick him on the 3. Or he might just go for it. Did play conservative. All right. You know what? That takes some discipline. Not gonna lie. Get the game winner right there if he made that bank shot, but I wouldn't trust these banks yet either. A lot more hours to really get into the prediction where they're going to line up. If thought he could throw it in there, I think that's going to cost him big time. I don't see Mike having too much trouble here. All right, it looks like. Sort of keep getting a good look at that 8-ball. Make sure it goes in skinny. 4-ball. Oh, shoot. I thought it was the 8-ball. My bad. For some reason, I thought it was a 6-8, 4-6. Oh, look at this leaf. This is insane. I really got to tweak the colors on this camera a little bit. Gonna roll up for the safety with 2 balls left. Yes, he is. That's patience right there. That's a lot of patience. Yeah, Mike. The shenanigans that are here. It's one of the major. I mean, playing pool is always fun, but some of the good times, memories, and odd stories like that are the reason why I keep coming back for sure. And it's just a big family down here anyway. Everybody knows each other. It's a super great place to hang out. Wish they'd fix that ATM light though. Up in the upper right corner of your screen, it's making me mental. He fired it. He's gonna scratch. That's gonna put this one away, I think. Yeah, not even gonna make him shoot. Handshake. We're out of here. Tough break for Dave. He shot well. Mike shot better. All right, everybody. Make sure you check out the Boom and Freezer show if you haven't already. On YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, wherever you can, Apple Podcasts, wherever you consume your audio podcast or video podcast, it's there somewhere. We have a lot of great guests in season 3 already. A lot more coming up. So definitely check that out. Thought I had another thing to say, but I don't. So tell you what, guys, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's Brian in the booth. If something happens a little later, Lucas wants to do a little streaming, then I'll be back in a little while. Sound good? If not, you guys have yourselves a great new year, and stay safe out there, everybody.
Bobby Hilton here from the Shark Stream. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, our gold sponsors, Brunswick Billiards. We are the Brunswick Arena on the Shark Stream, and of course, McDermott Cues. Then we got our silver sponsors. We can't forget those. We got Taom Billiards, Salotto, of course, Yale Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Wayne Harriman, the Sandman, Pro Fitment Billiards, Andy Gow, Aramith, Letman Lights, and Carbon Magic Cleaner. And of course, we can't forget our local and bronze sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. They've been with us for a long time. K. Morgan Painting, APA, Jacoby Custom Cues, Sigma Wear, Organic Ink Tattoo, Dynamic Pressure Washing, NM Billiards, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Pool Table Magic, and of course, Back Release. Thank you guys all for your continued support. Appreciate it.